the Rolex Daytona, a name synonymous with speed, precision, and timeless style. But within the world of this iconic chronograph, one variation reigns supreme, the Paul Newman Daytona. This legendary watch, instantly recognizable to collectors and enthusiasts, owes its moniker to a Hollywood icon and his enduring connection to the world of motorsports. Paul Newman, the Academy Award-winning actor and racing enthusiast, wasn't just a fan of Rolex Daytonas. He was intrinsically linked to the rise of a specific model. While the standard Rolex Daytona boasted a classic and refined aesthetic, the Paul Newman variant, as it came to be known, stood out with its distinctive exotic dial. This unique dial configuration, once overlooked by collectors, would become a defining characteristic of the Paul Newman Daytona, setting it apart as a highly sought-after prize among vintage watch aficionados. The story goes that the Paul Newman Daytona wasn't an intentional creation by Rolex. In fact, these exotic dials were initially less popular. However, fate, as it often does, had other plans. When Paul Newman was gifted a Rolex Daytona with this unique dial by his wife, Joanne Woodward, the watch world took notice. It wasn't long before collectors and enthusiasts, recognizing the distinctive chronograph on Newman's wrist, began referring to it as the Paul Newman Daytona. The name stuck, becoming an inseparable part of horological lexicon, forever linking the legendary actor with this coveted Rolex chronograph. The story of the Paul Newman Daytona is as much a story about a watch as it is about love, passion, and a touch of serendipity. It all began with a gift, a gesture of affection from one Hollywood legend to another. Joanne Woodward, herself an Academy Award-winning actress and Paul Newman's wife, gifted him a Rolex Daytona in the 1960s. This wasn't just any Daytona, though. Woodward, known for her impeccable taste, chose a reference 6239 with a unique exotic dial, a design element that would later become synonymous with the Paul Newman Daytona. The watch, a symbol of their enduring love story, was engraved with the endearing message, "Drive carefully me." This inscription, a testament to Woodward's concern for Newman's safety during his racing endeavors, would later add another layer of provenance and sentimental value to this already iconic timepiece. Newman, already a fan of Rolex watches, quickly made the Daytona his own. He wore it religiously both on and off the racetrack, cementing its place as an extension of his personal style. The world watched as Newman, the epitome of cool and effortless charm, sported his Daytona with an air of nonchalance, unaware that he was shaping the future of watch collecting. The more Newman wore his Daytona, the more the watch world took notice. What was once an overlooked variation, the exotic dial Daytona, became synonymous with the Hollywood icon. The watch, imbued with Newman's charisma and star power, became an object of desire, a symbol of rugged masculinity and timeless style. What exactly is an exotic dial and what makes it so special? The answer lies in a series of subtle yet distinctive design elements that set the Paul Newman Daytona apart from its standard counterparts. The most noticeable difference lies in the subdials. While regular Daytonas featured simple, unadorned subdials, the exotic dial introduced a touch of flair. The subdials on a Paul Newman Daytona are characterized by block markers at the end of each hash mark, adding a touch of visual interest and a sporty aesthetic. These block markers, often referred to as square or block markers, are a defining characteristic of the Paul Newman dial. Adding to the unique look, the numerals on the subdials are often set in a stylized font, sometimes referred to as Art Deco or Bauhaus style. This font, a departure from the more traditional numerals found on standard Daytonas, further enhances the sporty and modern feel of the Paul Newman dial. Finally, the seconds track running along the outer edge of the dial typically features a contrasting color or finish, creating a subtle yet noticeable distinction. These seemingly small details, when combined, create a harmonious and visually striking dial that is both sporty and elegant, a perfect reflection of Paul Newman's own personal style. The Paul Newman Daytona's legacy extends far beyond the silver screen. It has become a horological icon, a testament to the enduring power of celebrity association and the allure of a truly exceptional timepiece. Today, original Paul Newman Daytonas are among the most sought-after watches in the world, regularly fetching astronomical prices at auction. In 2017, Paul Newman's own Rolex Daytona, the very watch gifted to him by Joanne Woodward, made headlines when it sold for a record-breaking $17.8 million at Phillips Auction House in New York. The sale, a testament to the watch's historical significance and enduring appeal, solidified its place as the most expensive wristwatch ever sold at auction. But the Paul Newman Daytona's legacy extends beyond its monetary value. It represents a unique intersection of horology, Hollywood glamour, and motorsport history. It is a watch that embodies a bygone era of cool, a time when style was effortless and icons were larger than life. The Paul Newman Daytona's allure lies in its rarity, its historical significance, and the enduring legacy of the man whose name it bears. It is a watch that transcends generations, captivating collectors and enthusiasts alike with its timeless design and captivating backstory.